If you're afraid to put yourself out there, just know that even if you do slip up, nobody will remember you. Really let that sink in. And it's not actually as bad as it sounds. Like, really think about that. When I first started doing YouTube, I was so afraid that I was going to say some kind of stupid thing or act cringy or do whatever, just kind of weird thing. And the truth was, I did. I did say many just like dumb things, half thoughts, as well as I did slip up a lot and I did create bad YouTube videos. It's the same thing when I first started practicing my social skills. I would say things that were just like awkward, and like I would be either like too truthful or like not truthful, just too open or something, and it just didn't correspond to the way I carried myself at the time, because I was actually very insecure, very awkward, and just that's how it was when I was first getting my social skills back together. The thing is, nobody remembers that because everybody is so wrapped up in their own thing. Everybody's trying to get their own value from either YouTube videos or in their own lives. And I just remember when I started practicing my social skills, I was terrible at it, and I still didn't actually really get to speak to many people. The cool thing is that nobody remembers the bad things as much. They really remember the big things that leave effects on them. So for about a full summer, like let's say 3 to 4 months maybe, I had been practicing my social skills. And at first it was slowly. I was just trying to go around and talk with the people that I kind of already knew. But then it became the kind of thing where I would go outside, and I talked about this in one of my last videos where I had this system. I'll like link it in like the top right or something like that. And I just had this system that would actually get my social skills back. And it was really easy, just like a 6-step system. It just included going on walks and slowly interacting with people more and more throughout every time you went on a walk, until eventually we're having full conversations with them, and then applying that into actual times when you're actually not just in a walk. And so when I had been doing this, I actually went to high school, and suddenly it didn't feel scary to talk to random people, especially people just my age, like how it was when I was younger, and I had been much more quieter. The thing is, nobody remembers the past as much as you think that they might, because you're more wrapped up in yourself. And let me ask you this: do you remember really the things that other people did? Do you remember their slip-ups? Do you remember the slip-ups of other people who you've not even met? No, because you don't even know those people. This is why a big environmental switch is very, very nice and sometimes just essential. And that's also why I thought that high school was a very nice switch for me, because if you talked to people that knew me in my old middle school, the thing was, I did not put myself out there. I was so quiet, so nobody knew me anyways. And so if they did have some kind of idea of me, it really wasn't like a big idea, because they had no opinion on me. Their opinion on me was very low. The fix to this, the idea I had, and it actually ended up working, was that I decided to be more polarizing. To be polarizing means to either make it so that people love you or people hate you. And the cool thing is that you make such a grand effect on people, and if you give life, there's no reason why somebody would actually dislike you. If you're just giving life and you're being yourself and you're not really being fake, there's no reason why somebody would actually dislike you. And chances are, if they do dislike you, they wouldn't even want to surround themselves with you. So why would they why would they be even in your life? The only positive you get is other people having their attention towards you. And sometimes that can feel really nice, and other times it can be because you're insecure and you kind of like need to get through this stage because you used to be quiet and then now you need to be really loud and whatever. The next year I didn't talk to people as much, but I was still known as the kind of guy who had no enemies, who was very positive to people, simply because of the investment I paid in the other time, just going out of my comfort zone and really speaking to people. The cool thing is, if you really make an effect on a person, they'll remember the effect that you had on them. And if you give life, you give love, and you treat others how you wish you were treated, and you just like, you have no enemies, you just treat everybody with kindness, just be a good guy, bro. Just be a good guy. Literally, you already know this. If you do that, then people will remember that, and they will associate you with that, even if you kind of stop doing that. Of course, don't start being mean. Just even if you stop being so loud and just putting yourself out there as much, people will remember if you stay in the same environment. Now, of course, if you made negative effects on people, chances are changing the environment is very beneficial to you. I just want you to realize that with a big change, like switching schools or just starting at a new job or whatever, it may be. The big thing is that people don't know you, and people don't know your past. You can actually act like the person that you want to become. Literally, like, there's this idea of fake it till you make it. You can just act like the person that you wish you were, and people will only see you acting like that person. Of course, like, be genuine, right? And then there's the idea of like letting go of needing to be that person. But if you're able to be genuine, really convince yourself that you are this person, and convince yourself that you have just become this person. Usually that comes with effort and learning. And then, like, it can be argued that when I practice my social skills, I just develop the idea of the identity, of being a guy who's very good with social skills. And so just me having that identity allowed me to carry myself in a way that made it seem like I had good social skills, but what it really was perhaps confidence. I really like this idea because if people don't see how your past has been, when you change your environment, then you just have like the perfect prime opportunity to show people who you really are and who you want them to see. Because nobody has any other idea of you except the idea that you have given them and the ways that you've decided to let them treat you. If you let people walk all over you, then you'll be the guy who lets people walk all over them, and people will just do it because they haven't been taught any other way. Have compassion with these people. Remember, you have no enemies. Remember, I keep saying this, I've said this many, many times. Just give life. Start anew. It's never too late to change, because even if you are in the same environment, people won't even remember how you used to be. I hope that helps. And have a good night, bro. It's kind of late.